Humans have always had a tough time winning medals at the Galactic Olympics, but there is one game that they're weirdly, freakishly good at. I don't get it. You humans are the only species in the entire Galactic Olympics that has no psychic aptitude. Zero. Zilch. Squat. You can't even perceive your environment without focusing ambient light through those weird little orbs in your head. How in blazes are you so good at rifle marksmanship? Zarek waved his antennae about haphazardly in my direction, which I had learned conveyed a degree of consternation and/or confusion. I had to admit, I had no idea why everyone else in the galaxy was so bad at aiming a gun. I dunno. I just point the gun at the target and shoot. It's not very hard. I'm not even good at it by human standards. He puffed out his ventral section in exasperation. You make that sound so simple. Just point the gun at the target. So, what? You're telling me humans are all savants at trigonometry? The galactic record was 28 meters for a stationary Olympic target before you humans showed up on the scene. The human record is over a kilometer. Trigonometry? Huh? It took me a bit to follow the conversation, that really seemed to come out of left field. No, we're not using trigonometry. I just sight in the gun. How the hell do you line up the gun at a target without trigonometry? You have to calculate where it's pointing based on the angle and position you're holding it at and the distances between yourself, the target, and all the reference objects. Okay, now I was beginning to understand. Look, you guys are all basically shooting from the hip because you don't have eyes. He interrupted me, yeah, because eyes are primitive. You can't see objects that are behind other objects. You can't even see objects that are behind yourselves. You basically only perceive the world in one narrow cone. You can't use nearly as much of the environment as a frame of reference to calculate your shot as even the weakest psychics in the galaxy. Yeah, that's exactly why we are able to aim. You see these raised protrusions on top of my rifle? Well, I guess you can't see them, but you sense them, right? He nodded his assent. Well, when I'm shooting, I position the gun so that I can't see the front one because it's behind the rear one. And then while doing that, I position the gun so the spot I want to hit is behind both of them. When it's obscured by the protrusions, I pull the trigger and I hit the target. He sat there in stunned silence. Wait. So because the light beam that reflected off the target can't reach your eyes, you know that it's aligned with the two protrusions on your rifle. And because of that you know the rifle is aimed at the target. You're using light as a ruler to trace the shot? That's totally unfair, I chuckled. Just wait until I tell you about scopes.